One of the most important ways to deal with stress is to prepare yourself for trouble before it actually occurs. This does not mean to be in a constant state of worry or to borrow trouble when it is not yours. To prepare yourself is to set your mind and heart on things that produce faith, trust, and peace.
Get moving. Have you ever heard the phrase, God can't guide a parked car? In other words, you must be moving in some direction to have God guide you in the proper direction. If you sit and wait for God to do something supernatural for you, you might be missing out on what God has for you. Look at your circumstances. What natural tools do you have that can help you reduce the stress in your life?
Here are some ways to deal with stress. Eat well, get plenty of sleep, laugh it off, talk things out with someone, learn to relax, learn to say no to extra activities, set priorities, don't let worry drain you, learn not to procrastinate.
Exercise. According to fitness experts, some form of exercise 3 times a week is enough to help you combat the effects of stress in your life. You may want to participate in some form of recreational activity or schedule in 3 20-minute walks a week. The benefits of exercise are far more than you may realize. Burning up that excess stress will help you physically and mentally cope with life's responsibilities.
Pastor Wendell Smith writes in his book Roots of Character, when we read the message of the Sermon on the Mount left to us by Jesus, we see that the emphasis he was placing on our lives was not on action but attitude. Our attitude determines our action. Take the time to study Matthew 5:1-12.
Are you an optimist or a pessimist? Pessimist is one who has the tendency to see what is gloomy or anticipate the worst possible outcome. An optimist is one who has the tendency to look on the more favorable side of happenings, to minimize adverse aspects, conditions, and possibilities, or anticipate the best possible outcomes, to see the worst in complete realism, but still believe in the best, a cheerful or hopeful temperament. God wants us to be optimistic and look at the bright side of everything that we can do. We can use this in our everyday lives. Our attitude determines our actions.
There is a close connection between the attitudes of your mind and your ability to cope with stress. You can experience an overall sense of peace in your life as you develop an attitude of faith and trust. You will keep him in the perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you. Isaiah 26:3.